Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 5. Last episode, we took a look to the east here, over at this tower here, and find a guy named Gladwell, who I am not going to deal with in any way. Anyone who wants to find out what the hell he wants you to do and what you can get, you can look it up yourself, you can get the game, try it out yourself, that's your prerogative. I'm not dealing with a geese, nor am I dealing with a guy as sketchy as he is. I'm sorry. Now, I think the next place is right up here. Yep, here it is. So let's take a look at this place. Let me just take a look around the outside first. Alright. Eesh. The land is right up against the edge. Literally. There is just about no space. Well, there's the pylon, so there's that at least. It's nice that the boat this time, unlike the earlier Avernum games, actually is able to pathfind around the land. But it still is, annoying how it won't pathfind around rocks. Alright, let's leave the boat at the docks. Leave the boat at the docks. The end of the docks. There we go. There are a few Avernite soldiers on this island, mainly archers to help repel brigands and stray monsters. Though Avernum and the Empire have had an uneasy peace for some years now, most of their Imperial soldiers greatly mistrust you. They don't want to talk. Well, we'll see what this place is soon enough. Explore around. Touch. This must actually be a guard tower. Okay, fair enough. This island has been extensively reshaped and not by natural forces. There were once massive stone pillars reaching up to the ceiling far overhead. They were broken, bent down, and molded to create a large, flat island. Then the settlement was built, a town for enchanters, a safe distance from humanoid habitation. You can hear spells discharging and smell the strange results of alchemical experimentation. The largest building is a huge, squat tower sitting on the northeast corner of the island. It is not built from stone blocks, but molded in one piece from the living stone. It is a remarkably effective and ostentatious display of magical engineering. Nice. Let's see what else is around here. Returning boat. It's nice that some of these places have returning boats like this. It's interesting. Horin, Potion Master. Let's take a look. This old, bespectacled woman has been making potions for much of her life. She is experiencing the tragic, all-too-typical result. She twitches constantly. Her eyes don't focus well. She seems distracted. When you enter, she is staring at a bubbling pot, trying to remember if she added the grey mold. Eventually, she decides that she didn't and throws some in. It doesn't explode. She nods, satisfied, and turns to you. She pokes you to make sure that you aren't a hallucination. Well, you're real enough. Greetings, Horin. I am the Potion Master of the Isle. Old and weak, but I can still do the job. Have you been here a long time? Years and years. I remember all the old wizards of the Isles. Aiden, Amy, bless their souls. I remember the old tower. These lands are much more settled now. It is better, but sometimes I miss the olden days. Who are Aiden and Amy? Reckless wizards, the ones who abandoned civilization so that their minds could wander the aether untethered. They built the first towers here. Those towers are gone now. They crumbled, and then Shanker remade the area to her tastes. What do you miss about the old days? The freedom, the wilds, the mystery, but no matter. Nostalgia, pay me no mind. It's strange that anyone would miss living in untamed caverns full of savage monsters, but she does seem crazy after all. Horin maintains the potion she is brewing, occasionally grabbing a handful of herbs and throwing them in. Every time she does, she flinches a little, waiting for the explosion. The air in here makes you feel faint. The windows in the walls don't really provide enough ventilation. Can I buy any potions? We can buy a knowledge brew, but I'm not going right now. Where around here can I get some healing? Try Incantatrix Shanker's rejuvenating pool. I use it all the time. Isn't it dangerous to do all this work at your age? Normally I would give you such a curse for what you are implying. Unfortunately I can't because I have a problem. If you could solve it for me, I would reward you. I promise you that it is absolutely safe. What can I do? She goes to a table and grabs a small papyrus packet. She gives it to you. It's full of herbs. Upstairs, I have a brew that got a little out of control. The vapors are too strong for me. If you could just go up there and dump that packet into the pot, it would clean it up for me. Be a dearie and do that for me. And you say it's perfectly safe. Did I say that? Well, I'm sure it must be safe then. Okay. Well, just in case, the upper level of the Alchemist's Potions Works doesn't have any windows. This was a very unfortunate architectural choice, as the lack of ventilation has let plenty of odd gases build up. You feel nauseated and faint. There is a pot of bubbling gray fluid in the center of the room. It is constantly refreshing the noxious gas that manages to escape. You keep away from it. You can understand why nobody is up here. This must be the failed brew that Horan wants you to pacify. All you have to do is throw the pouch of herbs in. However, you suspect that something horrible will happen when you do. Throw in the herbs. You throw the herbs in. The pot stops bubbling. Things get very quiet. You start to back towards the stairs, hoping that a job will be easy for once. Then the cauldron vomits out a huge gout of sticky, noxious goo. It splatters all over the ground. Some of it splashes onto you. The vat starts belching out clouds of noxious gas. You try to run toward the stairs, but everything starts to seem strange. The walls wobble around you. The ground buckles under your feet. The stairway down shakes like jelly. Whatever was in that pot, you don't like it. You try to set your foot on the stairs, but they violently shake back and forth. A tiny, quiet part of your brain knows that this isn't really happening. It has no luck convincing the rest of you to put your foot on the stairway. You start to regain a little control of yourself. The goo from the pot seems to be affecting your perceptions, making you see things that aren't happening. At least you manage to convince yourself of that, and then you forget again. Then you start to see something else, creatures lurking around the edge of the room. Part of you thinks that they aren't really there, but they are so real, so frightening. You automatically raise your weapon, ready to defend yourself. The thin, quiet, still sane voice in your head wonders how your body will react when the creatures strike it. It doesn't like the answer. Okay. Lovely. So, we're hallucinating now. Oh, I didn't see those two. More nightmare creatures appear in the shadows. You shout an alarm and prepare to defend yourself. Downstairs, Horan thinks that she hears someone screaming. She makes a pot of tea to calm her nerves. Bloody hell! Okay. Well, that gets those. Ow. More nightmare creatures appears in the shadows. You scream and prepare to defend yourselves. Downstairs, Horan idly wonders what happened to that Empire soldier she was talking to. Oh, goody, these ones are demons. Oh, goody. At least these die easily. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. Ow. Ow. The noxious chemicals finally start to wear off. There are still shadows lurking in the corners, but they don't frighten you anymore. The scratches you got during the fight fade away. They weren't really real. The stairway stops moving around. You think that you can go back downstairs. And we're alive again. And completely healed up. Huh. I did what you asked, and it was not safe. Did what I asked? I don't remember asking you to do something, and anyway, a tough Empire soldier like you should be able to handle something like whatever you did. Not like us frail worms, eh? Did I say I would reward you for whatever you did? You respond in the affirmative. Well, I try to be as good as my word. She fetches you several potions. This was in response for the old crack, isn't it? Well, at least it's taken care of. Alright. That's just another guard tower. Landsman's supplies. This man is one of the few people on the island with no obvious magical skills. He is a merchant, and he is doing well at it. He is a heavy man, well-dressed, and in a very good mood. More customers. Excellent. Good, loyal Avernites. Shifty agents of the surface. All are welcome here, as long as they can afford my goods. I am Landman. How is business? It is excellent. I have a good position, secured by excellent protection, and I have a constant flow and highly motivated customers. Things are going very well. Who protects you? Incantatrix Shanker, bless her, uses her considerable power to maintain peace on the Isles. Highly motivated customers. I sell some things to the poor island farmers, but I mainly sell goods to the travelers heading into the northern frontier. When they find that they forgot something important, or they lose something in a boat wreck or cave quake, they must come to me. How do you refresh your supplies? I buy things from the travelers, excess supplies that they thought they needed but didn't. I also buy goods brought up from the Drake Pillars with great difficulty. How are goods brought back from the frontier? They are rowed upstream with great difficulty. Narrow portages are used to take them around the rapids. It is slow and painful to be sure, but the cargo of metal and crystals is worth it. Let me see your wares. Yeah, he's got some nice armor. Decent weapons. Nothing we need, though. And nothing we need to sell. Okay. Looks like that's his, his stuff. Okay. His goods, most likely, I mean. Oh, neat. A job board. Sage Belkin of Shanker's Tower is low on paper, and new supplies have been slow in coming. He will give 3 quality scrolls to the first traveler to bring 20 quality sheets. 20 sheets of paper! I'll keep my eye open. A wight with powerful magical skills has been sighted in the undead-infested southwestern extent of the Northern Isles. It is possible that powerful energy can be extracted from its skull. Incantatrix Shanker will pay a quality wand for the creature's head. She can generally be found in her tower. I think we killed that. I wonder if we actually still have it. There is a rogue Nephil named Care of the Fang clan. A bounty has been placed on his head by Saramore of Shanker's Tower in vengeance for this creature's violent acts against a more honorable clan. Only blood may pay this blood debt. Care is thought to be hiding in the cowardly manner in the Fang clan outpost to the northwest. Do we actually have that? We don't. We'll need to go back over there, I guess. Strange. Crystal Works. This is a crystal workshop where some of the mined crystals from the northern frontier are evaluated and shaped into the finely tuned and polished stones demanded by mages all over. The Crystal Master looks like a Nephil. He is very large, over a head taller than any Nephilim you have seen. He must be a Nephar. He bows to you nervously. Greetings, Emperor Envoy. It was told to me that you arrived. I am Saramore, Nephar of the Blackscalp clan. I will trade with you as bidden by the mistress of this isle. You work crystals here? That is my purpose. Making crystals for the doing of magic is much demanded. I work hard. I have the strength and the skill, but the materials are hard to find. Why are the crystals so valuable? The best of them, the purest, they have an ability. They store magic within and hold it, for the working of great spells. Some spells, the power to cast would burn and kill the mere person trying to summon it. But the power are held in crystals. Then the wizard has only to direct it for the great spell. What are the crystals used for? Anywhere magic might be held. Scrolling and wands, especially. You have a hard time finding crystals?
Crystals come from the frontier, but the prices are high. I heard rumors. A field of crystals just discovered in caves to the northeast. Rumors. I pay well for actual facts. Finder's fee. If you find such a thing, tell me. It may be held by Via Clan to northwest, though.
The Fang Clan?
Fang Clan looks down on Black Scalp. I hate them. They owe us blood debts. Debts that will one day be paid, I promise you.
Saramore walks around his shop, seemingly trying to forget that you are here. His face is usually expressionless. Sometimes, however, he can't keep the look of loathing off of his face. You are a Nephar of the Black Scalp clan. Tell me more.
A Nephil is asking these questions? Brrr, not surprised the time in the Empire clouds your mind. The Empire has forgotten our ways after killing us. I am a Nephar of a clan that faded, but we will return.
Tell me more about Nepharim. He looks uncomfortable.
Some of the Nephilim, we are born different, larger, and unable to have children. We are the Nepharim, warriors, defenders of the tribes, makers of crafts. Some of us stay with tribes, others leave to make fortune, or to live with own kind.
What happened to your clan?
Black Scalp, once huge and proud clan on surface. We fought against Emperor. Then we tried to make peace. Brrr, same end both ways. Both butchered, rest sent to Avernum. But we will rise again.
How long ago was this?
Long ago, long before I was born. Be we never forget. Empire owes blood debt to us. Until then, deep inside there is the hatred. Empress Prazak is kind at times, but kind is not enough. Still, the debt remains.
Can I buy some of your work? Wisdom crystal, piercing crystal, purging, and assault. Interesting crystals. Nothing we need, though. Couple coins. Hee hee. Alright, what's in here? Sage Belkin. This old and withered sage must be a scribe of some sort. He is surrounded by pens and paper, and his fingers are deeply stained with ink. He has a strange contraption on his face. It's a pair of glass lenses held in place with chunks of metal. It must be there to support his eyes, ruined as they are by years of shadow and writing calligraphy. He leans close, trying to get a good look at you. He fails. I am Sage Belkin, scribe of the Isle. I can trade my work with you, whoever you are. Really? Glasses are not a thing in Avernum or the Empire. Huh. I'm pretty sure spectacles and the like have been around for centuries. Probably since the Middle Ages, as far as I know. I mean, were they? Or did they only come around in, like, the Renaissance or something? I don't know. When did glasses come around? It's interesting. I mean, I find this interesting. Huh. You're a scribe?
Yes, not an ordinary scribe. I create writing with power. It is a rare skill.
Writing with power?
I make spell scrolls. I take the finest papyrus and vellum. I write the words in the diagrams, carefully creating a web of ink that can hold the power, and then I direct the needed spell into the scroll. If it works, the spell scroll is complete.
And if it fails? He silently rolls up his sleeves. His arms are covered with scar tissue from old burns. The message is clear. Are there many who can do what you do?
No, it takes not years of training. I trained a handful of apprentices through the years. 2 completed their training, 5 gave up, and 3 made errors while attempting to scribe scrolls and died as a result.
Sage Belkin removes the lenses from his eyes and wipes them with a ragged piece of silk. Then he puts them back on. They don't seem cleaner than before.
Well, you are still here, I gather. What do you want?
Like to purchase a scroll? Nothing we need. Say, can you make wands?
No, I can't. Wands are even harder to make. More craft, more spells, and I hate the wandsmiths. Their arrogance, their airs, as if what I do is so trivial. Pah!
Okay, well, this chamber is where the sage scribes his scrolls. There's a table in the center of the room where the delicate work can take place far from any distractions. The counters to the north and south are covered with pens and inkwells. The pens are feathers from all sorts of birds, and there are many varieties of ink. Makes sense that one would not be able to lock magical power in a scroll without the use of very unusual materials. Yes, I suppose. Alright. Well, the only place left is, well, the Sage's Tower here. So, let's take a look. This is a large auditorium, where people of importance can gather to see new displays of magical prowess. Nobody is in attendance at the moment. All of the scorch marks and blood have been mopped away. Makes perfect sense. Let me take a look around first. Some quarters. Nothing in there we need. Nothing there. Actually, that's a nice little pool there. I like it. Alright. Let us speak. Shanker takes the slate and inspects it. Yes, a message is here if one has the skills to see it, and I do, so thank you. She tips you a pouch of gold coins. You meet the informal leader of this small colony. She is fairly pale, but you have met enough Avernites to tell. She has not been in the underworld long. She is a wizard from the surface. When she sees you, she looks furious. As you prepare to defend yourself, she calms down. Wait, must be calm. This day is destined to come. I must deal with it. She looks you in the eye. I am Incantatrix Shanker, recently fled from the Empire, now haunted by it. I know about your mission, and I will not hinder it. I would ask you to leave me in peace. I can help you in return. You have fled from the surface? Yes, like many wizards, I was tempted by the freedom of the underworld. To be able to study, to experiment, to gain power without having to get permission from before every step from Empire bureaucrats. It was so liberating. Both we and the Anama have been coming to Avernum. There's an irony there. Sadly, before I left the surface, I let my greed get the better of me, and for that I will pay. What do you think is ironic? The Anama hate magic. The wizards would bring more of it into the world, and both come to the same place. Avernum welcomes you. Oh yes. The power we bring, the wealth, the prestige. So long as we are not clearly malevolent or insane, we are quite welcome. How did your greed get the better of you? On the surface, I had been authorized to evaluate several powerful magical items. I was already considering coming down here. The opportunity was too great. I left, and I took the items with me. Just a wizard fleeing could be forgiven. Empress Prazak is merciful in that regard, perhaps too much. But to add the insult of stealing their artifacts, they will make sure I am punished. That brings me to you. I will make you an offer. Slow down the Empire's discovery of me, and I will employ you. In return for minor tasks, I will teach you the secrets of magic, and I will give you a share in my trove of artifacts. That's a tough one. I'll think on it. Oh yes, very politic. Think on it. Think a long, long time. It would benefit us both if you led your masses to think that I am not here. Now, how else can I help you? I can be very helpful, you will find. Tell me about this colony. Wizards have lived in these parts for a long time, in small hidden towers. So when I came here, I decided that the layout was too unreachable and provincial, so I reshaped it. Now my small colony is home to a number of promising magical artisans. We talk, we share techniques, we increase our power, and we watch over the farmers and others on the nearby islands, even the eccentric ones. Tell me about the farmers. Intrepid souls looking for a bit of land to call their own out on these remote isles. They are vulnerable out here, but we protect them. They give us food. We make sure that any brigand who tampers with them dies horribly. If the Empire were to find me, they would lose a lot of protection. Who is eccentric? There is the wizard Gladwell, who lives to the east. A very strange soul who does much to cause people to fear our kind. If you meet him, be careful. He offers many gifts, but they come with a price. Is there anywhere here where I can rest and recover my strength? Just use my rejuvenation pool. It's in the room to the north. Stand near it, and you will be revived. Incantatrix Shanker watches you uneasily. Empire soldiers are not welcome here, but she is still enough of a surface dweller to not harm you. What else would you know of me? Can you teach me magic? Yes, I can teach you a variety of powerful spells. I will not make you seek permission, unlike the Empire. Also, if you tell your superior something that leads the hunt away from me, I will teach you more. Sergeant Sienna would probably be the one to talk to if you wanted to take this risk. Ooh. Augmentation and minor summon and terror and lightning spray. Yes, I'll take that. I'm looking for a fierce mongbat that inhabits these isles. Can you help me find it? I have no idea. Unless such creatures are tormenting the people around my isle, I do not interfere with them. You might speak with the wizard Gladwell to the east. He has a history of fascination with such beasts. How can you help me? With a friendly exchange. I will give you a simple task to do, and I will reward you for their completion with powerful spells and artifacts. For example, I have an ogre servant upstairs. It has broken free from the controls I have placed on it. I need the creature beaten into submission. Please don't kill it if you can. Good servants are difficult to find. A good thwacking should do it. Oh, that reminds me. She hands you a crystal. Use that to pass a barrier upstairs. You have an ogre servant. Why not? They are dumb and loyal when the proper controls are placed. You can even make them bathe. It beats letting them run around loose, bothering people. How do you control the ogre? It's a fairly simple modification. To its head, I mean. It only works on very dumb creatures. Ogres, fortunately, fit the bill. A modification to its head. Okay. You say so. I'll look around a bit. Nothing in here. Ah! The first sheet of... We don't really need that whip anymore. Sheet of papyrus, though. 1 down, 19 to go. Alright, let's see here. Piercing crystal. It's gotta be in here somewhere. You find one of Shanker's spellbooks brought down from the surface with great difficulty. You start to flip through it, eager to learn some of the magical secrets of the Empire. You browse through the book, but you can't understand any of it. In fact, just looking at the shifting words on the pages gives you a splitting headache. The book must have magical defenses that are defeating your brain. Okay then. Guess we'll just look for the guy. There is an ogre sitting behind this cage. He looks very dejected. Someone dressed him in fairly nice, human-style clothes, much like what a butler or other servant would wear. The effect is spoiled, however, by the blood and scales covering them. Looks like the ogre just tore apart and ate a lizard. When he sees you, he grabs his staff and jumps to his feet. You can see that someone has tattooed a strange symbol on his forehead. He shouts, "No! Torag know why you here! Torag feel the control! He fights it! You try to weak Torag! Put back in dumb brain! No, I fight you!" Just give in. It's easier that way. Torag shakes his head and starts to whimper. "Hate serving. Want to be in wild. Hunt. Like good ogre. Not. No, you try to weak me. I kill you. Then it stop." Oh, tough guy. Very tough. Acid? Ow. Ow. That weakens him. That's a big smack. That's a healing. That's a fire. Ow. Ow. More healing. I don't know. Putting him in... Making him an ally of this guy, it bothers me a bit. I'm not really the kind of person who approves of this kind of stuff. Those of you who've watched me do kind of know. Ugh. More healing. More fire. Torag reels from the blows you have given him. He slumps against the wall. He tries to get up again, but then he drops his club and clasps his hands to his forehead. "No, no, so tired. Torag, rest." His hands fall to his sides, uncovering the symbol on his forehead. His expression is blank. He doesn't even notice that you're here anymore. Eesh. I do not feel good about that. I have pacified Torag. Excellent. That will save the considerable effort of capturing and training another butler. She goes upstairs to fetch a silk tunic for you. This, as you will find, an excellent and sturdy garment. Also, one of my spellbooks will now be readable to you. See, working with me can help you, and I have other tasks for you. Anything else I can do for you, for pay? I am glad that you asked. There's a machine upstairs. It overloaded, and several of the crystals have stabilized it shattered. The Archmage Solberg, a native of these lands, is making replacements for me. Should you meet Solberg, pick up the crystals, bring them back, and install them into the machine. Oh, that reminds me. She hands you a crystal. Use that to pass the next barrier upstairs. What does the machine do? It acts as a magnet and prison for certain sorts of magical energy. Very useful, very delicate. Great, sounds dangerous. Where is this Solberg? He controls his own region in the northern frontier. If you travel much farther, he will be hard to miss. Crazy, paranoid old coot. The Ammonites revere him, who knows why? You are surprised to find that the book's magical defenses let you read the contents. You're even more surprised to find that you can understand the writing. You learn how to go much faster. Your skill with the spell haste increases. Well, that must be where we're supposed to go. Impressive that Solberg is back, and what I did to that guy does... it bothers me a bit. Just a bit. I don't know. I'm not gonna mention anything to her right now. We'll think about it and maybe decide later. Next episode, we are going to take a trip south, explore around here, see if we can grab that skull over here. It's gotta be somewhere. And then we'll move on and explore elsewhere. That'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That is Darren, Thomas, Lena, and Sherry. This has been an Avernum 5 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.